that him being with her allowed people to see her in a different light.
And in return, she didn't just stand on the sideline. She got involved.
The Kardashian universe appears to be only becoming more colorful.
You okay?
Not okay.
Given everything that has been going on with Diddy, it appears like the Kardashians are losing their cool.
2020, y'all. Yeah. And it's different than when it was 2016. You know, the game has been elevated.
Resulting in Kim K disclosing a few contradicted realities. Diddy and Jay Z were pressuring her to get closer to Diddy's freak-off for starters.
The best rapper of all time. Not only that, he's the richest black...
But let's delve a little further. There's a lot to learn about this. A moment, Kris Jenner and Jay Z. Here's the thing, we already know that Kris Jenner introduced Kim Kardashian to Diddy. But it now appears that there were even darker truths based on Kim K's statements. It appears that Kris wasn't just pimping Kim K to Diddy, but also to Jay Z. We can't doubt it. Imagine two celebrities so powerful that their orbits naturally cross in the vast galaxy of Hollywood. That's exactly what happened with Kris Jenner and Jay Z. Although they wouldn't be considered best friends, their paths have intersected in really interesting ways, creating a bond based on respect, a dash of humor, a sprinkle of business savvy, and possibly a little darkness.
Is relevant to culture to prove to children that everything that they see is a deception and a lie.
It's a bit of a Hollywood mystery how it all started, but we do know about the celebrity-only parties and events where they probably met for the first time. The fame game makes for a small world. After all, fast forward to 2013. And things started to get, trust us, when we say more fun. The one and only Jay Z showed up as a guest on Kris's talk show. This is when things started to get interesting because a funny moment ensued during the show where Jay Z admitted to having a slight crush on Kris when he was younger after seeing a throwback photo of her in a sped.
To get the people out that didn't want to party. So we got the party.
Traditional as small details is our nature, we can't help. But notice the small detail there, this light-hearted exchange to demonstrate a clear ease and comfort between the two. But the connection wasn't all about light-hearted moments. Kris, the charming host, took it in stride and even teased that another music mogul, Diddy, might be jealous. Renowned for her business acumen, Kris additionally demonstrated her support for Jay Z's ventures. Recall that Revolt TV is his media company. Kris showed her support for the initiative by wearing a Revolt baseball cap in pictures with Jay Z, who was serving as a sort of brand ambassador. Kris's belief in the platform and her desire to help Jay's and give Kylie a platform to engage with a younger audience likely led to her daughter Kylie Jenner joining the Revolt TV ambassador program. So where does this all leave Kris? Even though Kris and Jay Z's flirtatious talk show moment didn't spark a Hollywood romance, it was a small detail we couldn't ignore because Kris still follows Jay Z on social media, which suggests that there may be a deeper sense of goodwill between them that the public doesn't see. Yes, of our best friend. And that's what tonight is about. However, things just become more intriguing from here. As it happened, these two reconnected in a very amazing occasion, party for Die's 50th birthday. Let's applause party. The ultimate party king, Diddy Party King, celebrated his 50th birthday in December 2019 with a stared extravaganza. It was a night full of glitz and enough listers to make your head spin. And of course, who gets invited to this private event? Jay Z with our very own Kris Jenner. Diddy and Kris have a long history together and are both influential figures in the entertainment business. So it's not surprising that they would be invited as guests. However, keep in mind that Kris is also close to Jay Z.
Nasty person behind the scenes who has been hell-bent on being famous, and she used a lot of black men in particular to get...
This is where it gets interesting. Kris and Jay's were spotted interacting with other CBS by the party cameras. Everyone's attention was drawn to one picture in particular, which showed none other than Jay Z and his lifelong friend Kanye West shaking hands and laughing. Did Kris play a part in this apparent reunion? That depends on how you look at it, because Kim Kardashian recently dropped a bombshell alleging she felt pressured to attend parties hosted by music mogul Diddy. This revelation throws another darker shadow over the glamorous peace side of Hollywood nightlife, raising questions about power dynamics and celebrity pressure. You may recall that these two had some tension in the past, so seeing them seemingly put it aside for Diddy's big night was a moment in and of itself. We can sort of understand what she's trying to say when Kim says that going to Diddy's parties wasn't always a carefree night out. She described a feeling of obligation, suggesting an unspoken pressure to be present at these exclusive events, whether it was the fear of offending powerful figures like Jay Z or the charm of maintaining a certain image. This poses several thought-provoking queries, such as, did these celebrations have a purpose? Was there a component of networking or job progress linked to participation aside from simply having fun? Hollywood is, after all, a world where connections are a must. Perhaps these parties, while seemingly lavish, functioned as a way for offhand commenting celebrities to rub shoulders with established figures. However, the idea of feeling pressured into attending a party, no matter how exclusive, paints a less than ideal picture. It suggests a loss of agency, a sense of being obligated to participate in a scene that might not be entirely comfortable. This raises concerns about the potential exploitation that can exist within the entertainment industry. It's interesting, but this could be the reason Kim K and Kenny broke up. Well, he even confirmed himself. But it gets messier when Ken gets in the picture. The carefully constructed facade of celebrity friendships began to crumble into 2024. Kanye West, notoriously brave for his outspoken nature, leveled a series of accusations against Diddy. These accusations painted Diddy in a negative light, suggesting he used his power to manipulate Kanye, similar to the situation with Kim and Justin. Perhaps Kanye further threw shade by linking Diddy to the Kardashians, specifically Kim, implying her attendance at these freak-off parties fueled by Diddy contributed to their marital challenges. And at this point, with all that we know, we can't defend Diddy on this. But the reason for breaking up now seems more confusing here. If it is true that the freak-offs were the reason, this force aspect from Kim makes things even more interesting. This is after she presented wildly disparate explanations for their separation.
Come this far just to come this far and not be happy.
It all went down on the series finale of Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
This was made public during Divorce, a season of the Kardashians that provided an inside look at the feelings behind Kim Kardashian's well-publicized divorce from Kanye West. I didn't come this far just to come this far and not be happy. It all went down on the series finale of Keeping Up with the Kardashian. The episode begins where season 3 ended with Kim crying and confiding in her mother, Kris Jenner. It was a tearful and confessional hour that revealed the hardships that ultimately led to the dissolution of their marriage. The immense weight of Kenny's actions is apparent as it's the strain it puts on their 4 children's ability to live normal lives. Chicago's North Side saint and Eason battles her need to tell her kids the truth about the situation and protect them at the same time. She said while sobbing, "I still feel the need to keep it to myself and keep it safe for my kids, and I will always feel that way. God, if people knew, I would never do that to my kids." It's just really crazy. As the discussion goes on, she adds a hint about how serious the issues are. Kim's frustration with Kenny's behavior is evident as she talks about how tired she gets from having to clean up after his public and private outbursts, and how sometimes she feels that if he hits rock bottom, that's his journey to figure out on his own. Kim acknowledges the need for personal growth on Kylie's part, and describes how others have tried in the past to justify and tell her not to worry, just give him another chance. She describes herself as exhausted. "I used to spend hours and hours and hours of my days as the cleanup crew. I just don't have that energy." She says of her ongoing need to control perceptions and negotiate a world of supportive voices, the constant source of support. Kris acknowledges the emotional toll that this dynamic took on Kim, saying that's why you got divorced, because you can't do that to yourself anymore. She states firmly that the emotional toll is further emphasized as Kim expresses a profound sense of love loss, no longer recognizing the man she married. It's the hardest feeling to watch someone you really loved and have a family with just be so different from who you loved. She shares her voice heavy with heartbreak, though the full picture is still unknown. Kim's vulnerability in this episode of The Shans provides a window into the complexities of their relationship and the human cost of fame. Her words emphasize the need of self-preservation and the difficulties of navigating a relationship with someone who is struggling with their mental health. However, it's possible that they put this on themselves, or that as a result of everything Kim K was going through with Jay Z and Diddy, she just couldn't handle the pressure and continued it with her husband, who at that point appeared to be exposing Diddy. Once more, do you see the connection here? That's our opinion. Do you think things between Kim K, Jay Z, Diddy, and Kris Jenner are as straightforward as they publicly display it? Please feel free to leave your comments below. Also remember to click the like and subscribe buttons for more fascinating updates about celebrities. I'll see you next time, and thanks for watching our video.